Alright, let's do map 29 of Judgment Retrial. I actually started recording this one a little while ago, but then I realized I didn't have time to finish it at that point. So, oh well. Anyway, got 1,000 monsters. That's right. This is, I would say, an extremely apt map 29. This is exactly the type of thing that I'm expecting for map 29. Big map, lots of enemies at the start, lots of running around to get items, and eventually you gotta do mini fights like this to pick up those special items, whether it's a weapon or a key or see out of the corner of your eye, you can see the secret there. Or the weapons. And you collect all the keys and little fights, and then you do big fight once you have all the keys. It'll be good. I associate map 29s with lots of exploration as well, which is interesting because the original map 29 doesn't have any secrets, officially. It does have a plasma that's hidden, but it's not tagged as a secret. So anyway, big map. We're just going to be progressing nice and slow. Trying to stay safe. You can see the blue light, obviously, that's relevant for a secret. So we've got, by my account, 3 fights that are quite hard, and not really individual fights, but just general areas because they're multi-layered that are difficult. One of them we're about to do, and then the part towards the end that I'll do late. I didn't practice it that much, and I put it at the end, so I kind of put myself in a scary situation. And we'll see. Well, we know how it's going to turn out, but we'll see how it works. Anyway, we got our first secret, the fist thing. I would be interested personally in having not a megawatt, I don't think, but just maybe a handful of levels that make more use of the melee in this WOD. That really wasn't used all that much. And just a word on where I'm at, because basically everything I've been posting lately at all has been recorded a long time ago. So where am I at today in terms of what I've been playing? I've been playing Resident Evil 4. I really have not touched it lately. And, you know, that's okay. I still have lots and lots of demos that I can post every so often. So there's still stuff. And I'm still saying I want to beat that last map of Formless. I am interested in doing that. And I think it's doable. It would be hard. It would take a lot of attempts. But there's a secret, by the way. But I think I could do it. Because I did practice it a lot. It does seem like the kind of thing, though, where the BFG fight in that map is really hard. So, if I could get through that part and the fight before it once, I would be pretty happy with that. Then, after that, the final fight is really, really hard. So, say I'm working with, like, 1 out of 10 for both of those. And like 1 out of 2 for a different fight, which is overestimating, frankly. Then it would take me like 200 tries, which, you know, you got to be down for that. Anyway, back to this map set. We got a Cyber Demon, we got Shotgunners. Of course, I'm out for the Shotgunners. Always the number 1 target. I guess not always. You know, there are situations where not number 1. But, you know, 30 health, and they have a shotgun. They're an easy target to kill, and they're an important target to kill. So, makes a lot of sense. It's really something that Doom does really intelligently, and yeah, I'm getting out of there as soon as I can. That some games don't do as much. Having the more defensive enemies, the ones with more health, they're not as much of an immediate threat. That's pretty straightforward. You don't have to hit the Barons right away. It's going to take 5 super shotgun shots. That's like, what, 10 seconds to kill one of them? Or the shotgunners who are going to blast you immediately. You got to deal with them right away. So I'm going to speed this part up. We don't need to see me slowly chip away at this guy. Obviously, it's a little scary because he could insta-kill me, but you won't. Because we are just moving in a circle. Not that complicated. Alright, we've got key card number 1. If you were to point at any section of the map, I would tell you, yeah, that's where the blue key is. Because I do not remember which color key is where here. This next part is probably what I practice the most on this level. So, what? What was that weird movement? Anyway, we're getting some extra armor. Oh, okay. I think I understand what I was thinking. I was considering picking up the blue armor, but then I decided, let's just pick up the secret little bit of armor. Especially since I need the rocket launcher anyway. Can you imagine doing this next fight without the rocket launcher? You can't, because you don't know what it is yet. But now, look at the fight. Yeah. I mean, it's doable, right? It's obviously doable. But it would be sketchy. It would be sketchy. It would be more difficult than... I mean, look at that arch file back there. It would be sketchy. It would be really sketchy, huh? Got another arch file. And the black and green barons behind me. It's rough, you know? You gotta keep into a really good pattern to avoid the black barons. To an extent, I'm just hoping they'll come back. Which they probably won't because of their positioning. When enemies are bumping around on, you know, like those revenants are up there, when they're bouncing on walls or the ledge of a platform, they're less likely to attack. You could, like, explain why that happens mathematically, and I know why that happens mathematically. But you can also just look at it. It's actually pretty obvious. I remember Decino did a whole video on that. And what it comes down to, when enemies hit a wall, their can I attack counter resets. So normally, every time they take a step, the can I attack counter goes down. And when it hits 0, I think they roll a die, or maybe they always attack? I don't remember. Whatever the case, if they bounce on the wall, the thing resets. That's why if you have like a Hell Knight or anything, it's already not impressive. It's probably not going to be doing that much attacking as a turret. I remember in... How do I remember this? It's one of the maps in Combat Shock 2. I think it's map 4, maybe map 5, where there is a wall of Hell Knights, and it doesn't really matter that much. Which is why you come back to destroy it towards the end of the map when you have more ammo. I bet I could find that. I know I can find it, but I have Combat Shock 2. Alright, in my opinion, I think this section could have been cut. I don't really see this part as an interesting fight, unfortunately. It's just like a hallway. So, it is what it is. Not every fight in the map is going to be amazing, right? The last one was cool. However, I think that the hallway we were just in sets up the Doom 3 teleporty guys pretty well. So, you could argue like it. Now, we're only 10 minutes in. Sorry, we're only 300 monsters in. And we're already 11 minutes in. So, when's the hammer gonna drop? And we're gonna have a lot of enemies. Well, that is coming up. It is also where we're gonna get the BFG, of course. Let's head back and get... I think we're gonna grab the Mega Armor. Gotta pick that up. Yep. I just want to point out that that alcove was in the recent map. So, this section, I'm running away. My whole thought process here is, let me take the one potentially good... there's where the rocket would be. I mean, that's where the rocket is. But it's where your first rocket launcher would be had you knock out the secret. So, I picked up that partial invisibility for these super shotguns, who, if you're watching, did deal some damage to me probably as I was running away. Otherwise, it probably wasn't that helpful, but I don't want to take the chance, right? So I ran past all those guys in the hallway because I want to get here, take the BFG, and now we are ready to go. We can blast everything. I like that first shot that did nothing. That's great. So what I want to do is kill the pain elementals and arachnotrons and the... Oh, I just picked up a mega by accident. And the black flying things. I don't know what I should call that. I've been calling, the Doom 3 teleporter guys. I've been calling it the Bat Revenants. I've been calling it the Baby Cacos. But I don't know what those flying black things should be called. I've been calling them the Black and the Green Barons. That sounds weird. The Green and Black Barons. But I don't know what the flying black things should be called. Ghosts? Maybe Ghosts is good. But yeah, it's just enemy priority here. In the moment I get a chance, I'd like to head upstairs. Because that's safer. But we need to clear out those arachnotrons before I can head upstairs. Or at least make some progress on it. Now we're getting the Cyber Demon. There he is. Yeah, I want him in the center before I can move upwards. Did I say the Cyber Demon? There's no way it's just one. So I'm starting to lose ground. I don't have any ammo. Scary. Oh no. Oh. How did I not get hit during like 2 turnarounds in a short spot? Whoa! Oh my gosh, doing a turnaround in front of a Cyber Demon at close range. I don't know if I got lucky there with him not shooting, or I think I did. Oh man, this is so many close calls. Did you see that? Where I'm like, I gotta go. Okay, I need more ammo. I need to get back here for the extra cells. And I had to push through a cyber. And correctly, I judged he was busy fighting. And correctly, I judged I need another shot to push him out of the way. And it needs to happen now. But now that we're up here, you would think we're okay. But look at everyone who's here. We've got Black Barons. We've got, which I've been calling the wrong names, but whatever. We've got the Black Barons. We got the Revenant Bats. They are aggressive enemies, and the only reason they didn't kill me is because I was doing okay movement, but more so, they were going up the stairs, and enemies are not that capable of going up the stairs. They're just not. Like, you know, pay attention to how the enemies move. They have a really hard time on the stairs. Especially going down the stairs, right? Am I just making up that there's a difference? I know for Doom Guy it's easier to go upstairs. But I don't know if it matters for the enemies. Wow. That was a really close encounter. And it didn't need to be. But I practiced this one quite a bit. That's a nice satisfying one SSG. Now the whole reason I'd run past that big hallway before, that was scary, is so I could come back with the BFG. And now that I have the BFG, we should be able to destroy those past two hallways. Oh, I totally forgot about this next bit. Though, you know, little forgettable in terms of the, like, months that it's been. The next bit is pretty unique. You know, it's not some grand affair, but it is an interesting little encounter, which uses some verticality and weird cover. Isn't this weird? We got a lot of enemies on the pillars, so they're stationary. And we gotta, you know, use cover and target the important archvile to clear some land. It's the way I think of map29 Plutonia. Can't think of the name right now. Go to it. Usually I just remember the numbers, if anything. Go to it's one. You know, I don't remember what those maps are called. I try to remember the number. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's a secret up here. But I might be mistaken. There are some goodies in this area, though, whether they're secret or not. I recognize that sound. What is that from? The brrrr. Maybe it's just from here, and I'm thinking of it as normal now. I don't even know what enemy it is. Ah, it's a secret. Oh, that's a nice little platform thing going on. So we can hop off that main platform up there. And then we'll basically just do the area again, but now I'll have the BFG. So we can destroy all the enemies, and they're all grouped up. So I can use my rocket launcher, which has more ammo now. Yeah, like this area is really rough. If you're doing it with just the allotted weapons at that time. But coming back later, look, most of them killed each other. Am I gonna forget that green armor? Am I gonna forget the green armor? Oh, oh. Okay, never mind. I probably will forget the green armor. We'll see. Alright, so that is 2 out of 3 keys. Next up, I would imagine, is the yellow key. Let's go. Okay, can I just comment? Why am I using rockets? There are 2 archvials, and if I get blasted off the side, that's really bad. I don't have that much healing available, and I fall into the damaging pool. Why am I not using the... I mean, I get away with it, but I would have... I think using BFG would be smarter here. Just gonna point that out. I think that's a mistake. Oh, also, this is a white door, which is a special... I think it's a boom feature, but you really don't see it all that much. It's... Oh! Look at that! Those enemies damage you if you're close when they die. So that's why I had to back up there, so I don't fall in the void from the damage. That's a really nice move. Pre-firing the BFG, and then backing up during the platform. That's nice. But yeah, the white door there is just a single key door. So any key would have gone, if I'm bringing in 2 keys. Which is more than 1. I actually don't know if the 1 key doors... I know there's a glitch with all key doors in Boom, but I don't know the specifics of it. At the very least, you know, it's working here. So I don't want to get too close. I think that spawns in more enemies. So we'll hold off on that. This is the fight that I honestly didn't practice enough. I should practice more. Because we're going to get a lot of pain elementals, and I don't think I really did it that well, but I'm just going to get away with it, because I am showing up with a Megasphere and a lot of BFG. Yeah, I'm serious. Chain gunners gotta go. Oh, we're spending an extra 2,000 damage. Okay. I want to kill the chain gunners immediately. That's the priority. I don't want to get boxed in. I don't want to get zapped. Like, it's serious business, you know? So, I think my idea here is I want to use up as many of the resources up here compared to the ones down below, because when I'm down there, I'm going to have access to the items down here. And we noticed another rocket launcher, so conceivably you could have done this one earlier, but I don't want to do that. I would rather get the BFG first. Yeah, I like this strategy, because if I wait down there, then I'm letting the pain elementals spawn too many guys. It's overwhelming. But if I head up here, then I'm a little bit closer, and I can use some BFG. Which, as we all know how the BFG works, it's a big shotgun, kind of. It's not exactly a big shotgun. But that's a fine way to conceptualize it. The only reason it's not like the shotguns is the delay, is the projectile to start, and it's actually not random, the spread. It's fixed. But I don't know how much it difference that really makes. So here's our last secret. Just getting some more loot. In oddly non-damaging water, I might add. But you don't want to fight flying enemies down there, of course. So we'll just hit up the last couple enemies. If I remember correctly, it's a bunch of the green barons. No, maybe I'm not remembering right. Oh, I am totally not remembering right. It's just a different area. Yeah, it's over here. Spawn these guys in. Take like 1,000,000 damage. It's about 100 damage I just took. Now we can deal with these guys. So my understanding is you're kind of expected to do this part first. And it's I don't know if it's a problem, but it is something I do. When I see maps letting me do stuff in any order, I'm going to get the rocket launcher and the BFG as early as I can. And the Berserk way later. Just BFG the guy. What am I thinking? Just shoot him with the BFG. He's one of those brown barons. See, these revenants are placed in a much more threatening way because they can move around a little bit. So they're less, they're more aggressive than they would be on a smaller turret, and they move a little bit, which means they're harder to hit. Ping, 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 ping. Make sure to not blow yourself up here. I'm sure that won't happen soon. I actually don't know. It's been a while. By the way, picking up the Berserk spawns in more enemies, and I remember forgetting that and looking around for a while for the last enemy. So just heads up for that. Here we go. Just a couple lads. Just use the BFG. Just use the BFG. There aren't that many enemies left. Oh my god, what am I thinking? I've been trying to say this. I guess it is a little bit safer, actually, to keep your distance. This is what I did in No SP2 map 29. No SP2 map 29 has 3 different paths. I actually don't remember if there's like an ending sequence or if it's just 3. I think there's an ending sequence. And with that sequence, there are just so many enemies. So what you want to do is exactly this. Get them in a hallway, shoot them slowly. And that's what I did. That's what I'm doing now. Which is the safest thing to do. Obviously safer than the BFG. So, alright. I'll give past me some credit, taking it the safe way. With that said, we are very at risk of a self-rocket. That is absolutely possible. Oh boy. Oh my god. Why do I feel like I didn't practice this? Oh wow. That looked scary, but also kind of smooth. Like, it didn't seem like there was anywhere that was super close. Okay, now I see why I wanted to save BFG, but I don't know. That was a scary fight, but I guess I made the right choice, you know, let them in fight and it should work out. And I think you're at liberty to do that section before you get the BFG. You can do this map in a lot of orders. And a lot of it seems to have been, you know, you could have done the yellow stuff first. Oh, just some teleport guys, right? There's an invuln here that I never got. Okay. Now I'm gonna spend, like, literally several minutes looking for the last couple enemies, which I'm telling you is by the Berserk. Yep. There we go. Fantastic. We'll self-rocket at the end then. Cool map. Made the executive decision, speedrun reasons, to not pick up the invuln. All right. Cool map. Really cool map. I think that was good. We had a mix of running around. We had a mix of arena fights. We had, it matters what order you take, but it's not forced. It was good. Also, the secrets were pretty fair. All right.